Okay, all right, so I finished these foils and this back of my top of my 5th section right here. Started at the bottom of my section, worked my way up to the top here. And I'm gonna do this as far as I can without making her look straight up at the ceiling. And so when we get to the point that she's having to look drastically up, then I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna do my next foils forward. So these that are coming around her face, I wanna do those facing her. And those are the last ones I'm gonna do. So because these have been on for so long down here where I started, I went ahead and changed my lightning formula to a much stronger one here. So this will process faster, okay? So if you look all the way around, you're gonna see my 5 sections, okay? And now I'm gonna get in her face, and this is a little difficult to do when you actually have a client in your chair, okay? It is a little bit hard and challenging. Your arm is in her, you're really close into her face. But it's just for these like last 2 or 3 foils that we're gonna do this. So again, even though this is a section, I'm not gonna start here, I'm gonna start down here. Still gonna start at the bottom, okay? And I'm gonna do 2 close together right around her face, because again, think about that design element of what it is that where that lightener is gonna show up around her face. So I want 2 right here in all of this hair to be nice and pretty and bright. That way, however she wears it, this is where you're gonna see the big pop of color. So this is our money piece, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead inside here and I'm gonna do 2 foils just almost back to back without leaving a lot of hair out in between, okay? So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take this and lighten this, because I want this to be really bright around her face and I don't want to leave any hair out. Not too much anyway. And I do apologize to my client and say I'm just going to be in your face for just a second. Going to be out in 1 minute. And so yeah, I am in her face a little bit, but this is pretty typical. If she's ever gotten highlights before, I guarantee you she already knows this. So playing with this hair inside this foil is just something that you're gonna have to get used to. It does take a little time. I always get product on the end of my brush, sweep these little ends up and just kind of twist them back in and add to my little pile of highlighted hair that I have here. And I just brush this around really good to where I know I've gotten all that hair consistently saturated. Same thing, I'm gonna go fold it back up. I'm not gonna smash it all down. I don't wanna crease this. I wanna leave air open. Leave that foil somewhat open that it can get product all the way through here and give it room to grow a little bit. Sometimes I will kind of arch this a little so that it'll kind of stand up on the forehead if you can. Okay, and then like I said, I'm gonna do 2 of those back to back. So I did the one, and I'm gonna do 1 more where I'm only leaving out the hair in between that I just left for weaving out. So I'm not gonna take a bunch of hair and leave it out in between my foils, not around the face. Okay, and then I'm gonna do my last foil right behind this one and process it all and shampoo it and blow dry it, and I'll show you a picture of the final outcome when I'm all done.